Mindy, here we are. I feel like it's been forever, but we are here and we're ready to bring an awesome Royal Chat to you. So,
Yes, absolutely. How are you, my friend? I've missed you.
I know summertime gets the travel peak going, and I
Yes.
love it. The Allure, I'm back on it for the third time, and that was a gorgeous ship. I love all the updates. It feels even better. It's got a pesky parrot now, and that pesky parrot was the quietest place on the ship, so I was living there the whole time. I could probably repeat all the phrases that pesky parrot says the whole time. I
Love
loved
it. Your pictures were so good. It makes me want to do a
Yes.
Mediterranean cruise. I'm dying to do it. We get to see it in December for Eastern Caribbean cruise. So
That's
I'm really excited. I loved your pictures and I can't wait to
Yes.
see her all refurbished because we
Yes.
how we love our Oasis class ships.
Yes. We love our Royal Caribbean ships, but those Oasis, just the best.
Have our hearts. They do have our hearts.
Yes. So for those that don't remember, I'm Zach with Straightaway Travel, and I got my partner in crime here, Mindy, with Straightaway Travel as well.
Yeah.
And we're trying something new today.
Mhm.
We get common questions. You guys are shouting out to us, and we love that. We love getting asked questions. So we thought, why not do a question and answer session? We took some of the popular questions that you guys have been throwing at us over the last couple years. I guess we've been doing this a while now. So, and we figured we'd answer them here live just for you. So
I love this, and we have great questions. So let's dive into it, Zach. Go ahead. Runner-up question number one is?
Yes, our first question is, do I need travel protection?
Yes. So we're going to say yes. And Zach and I have a Royal Chat on this particular topic. Royal Caribbean offers travel protection where you get 90% of your cruise fare coverage reimbursed or as a future cruise credit. And we also work with Allianz, a third-party travel insurance company that's fantastic as well. They give you about 80% back, or you can get canceled for any reason and get a full refund. All the details are in our Royal Chat. Highly recommend you checking it out. It is on our Straightaway Travel YouTube page, but definitely don't overlook travel protection.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a good thing to consider, especially during certain times. So, good question. Next one up. Can you book any specialty dining ahead of time? What dining package is the best deal? And do I need all specialty dining?
A lot of questions in one there, Zach.
That is. That's a lot about specialty dining. That is a lot about specialty dining. So, I say go with what your heart tells you, because a lot of times I'm a huge proponent of the main dining. I love the main dining on every Royal Caribbean ship. They have an awesome menu every night. It changes every night. It's not like you sit down and it's the same steak, lobster. It changes. There's theme nights. There's Caribbean night. There's all of that. If you're on a longer cruise and you want to change it up with something new, or you have a special thing to celebrate, for example, we did our 10th anniversary on the ship, so we did a little fun night at a Zoomies one night or something like that. I say go for it. Do what your heart tells you.
I agree. We're the same way. We like the main dining hall. I mean, we like the variety. Sometimes they put their favorites on there. They have like some of their main ones. A couple of them they'll keep on throughout the week. And even if you want it, they'll give it to you. You know, so even if you saw something, they'll most likely they'll have it and they'll give it to you. I agree. We usually on the longer cruises, we will always do at least one. We like to do the chops, or we also like to do the Italian Giovanni's. Those are kind of our go-to ones, but it's up to you. Deals are always found on the app. They change all the time. So we highly recommend, if you're into it, go for it.
Yeah. Do what your heart tells you. We are also excited because we had some fun people send in video clips for us to do. Well, let's add one up here for us.
Hey, I was always wondering about the drink package. Is it worth getting the drink package for everybody?
Good question.
So this is a very common question. I think I get this with every client that books a cruise. And again, know what your pattern is. If you go on vacation and you like to have a drink, get the drink package. Now, I am a huge proponent of I do the math. Okay. So generally speaking, loosely speaking, at full price, a drink package is about $90 per person for the deluxe drink package per day. What does deluxe mean? Deluxe is everything you can drink on that ship. So that is your alcoholic beverages, your milkshakes, your cafe lattes in the morning, your specialty juices, anything you drink, that's a deluxe drink package. They do have 2 options down. They have the refreshment package, which is everything but alcohol. And then the next step down, which is your soda package. Okay. So all 3 of those are an option. Now, I like to do the math. You can always find a sale. Going back to that app, especially on a major holiday, we're coming up on the 4th of July. It is a great time to sell, to look for a sale. It's Black Friday, if we're talking about 2 sides of the year. Great time. So we like to do the math. I divide it out per day. I see that generally speaking, that's about 8 drinks per person per day. So if that's an alcoholic beverages, I like my lime and the coconuts and my my cocktails. Yes. So generally speaking, those are about $14 if you were to pay out of pocket per day. So if you do the math and you're going to drink more than 8 on a C day, I'm going to drink 8 by noon. I'm kidding. But so if you do the math and that's what it adds up to, go for it.
Yeah.
If you do the deluxe drink package and you have another adult in the room, they do have to get a drink package as well. Okay. Now,
21 and up.
Yes, it is going to default to a second deluxe drink package, but you can talk to your travel agent and you can call and you can get a mix and match. You can do a refreshment in a deluxe package if someone does not drink alcohol. But definitely do the math, see if it works for you. It may be a good deal. It may not. If you don't plan on consuming, a la carte may be better.
No, and I have people who love it and people who don't utilize it, and that's fine. And another tip when Zach said, the sales are coming up, but also if you happen to have your cruise booked with onboard credit, I have a lot of people who will use your onboard credit. You can put towards the cost of a drink package, which is great if you want to try it, and it's not necessarily coming out of your pocket. What would happen is when you go to book it, it'll deduct from your balance of your whatever onboard credit you have. So if you only have $80 onboard credit and the drink package is $400 or whatever, it'll just deduct that from your total. So just something to keep in mind as well with the drink package.
Absolutely. Well, let's keep it going with food here. We got another question, which is another great one here that we get asked quite a bit. It's about how to pick your dinings. Okay. I don't understand the differences in my time dining and seated dining. Can we tell the difference? How do I book my time, my dining time with my time? Okay. So another one that we could kind of go back and forth with. A lot of times in the a lot of time your Caribbean sailings, you're back on the ship by 4 or 5 usually. So most of your dining times there's typically a 5:30 seating, 7:30, and maybe an 8:30 if it's a bigger ship. So the seated dining is where you have an exact time, an exact table, and you go there every day at that time.
Same server, everything.
Yes. My time, a little more freedom, a little more flexibility. Okay. You can choose to dine anywhere in those times, or you can make it rotate if you come and go. So for example, going back to the Mediterranean, a lot of those port times can sometimes be 7, 8 p.m.
Alaska, we didn't get back to like 1 o'clock from Juneau. You know what I mean? So,
So again, this is kind of a know your party. If your party likes to kind of eat when they want to eat, my time could be for you. But Mindy, how do you make that reservation?
So a couple ways. My family and I are a big My Time dining fan. That's how we do. So there's a couple ways you can do it. On the app, you can reserve a time and it'll let you do each day. So you can change up your times if you have a later excursion, whatever it may be. So you can do it from the app. Sometimes people say, I can't do it. It doesn't work. I don't figure it out. There's nothing available. The other way that you can do it, and I say it many times, when you get on the ship, go visit dining right away. Not 3 hours when dining is starting. Right away. Everybody is out ready to help you make spa reservations, make specialty dining reservations, whatever it may be. Go to that dining hall, say, hey, my party and I would like to eat around 6:30, whatever it may be, and they're going to work with you. And, we've done it where we reserved a specific time all week, And then we've done it where, okay, we're here. We want to, we don't want to have to worry about it on Tuesday, but we want to have a set time for Wednesday. And you can do that. You don't have to reserve the whole time. You can if you want. There was something I was going to say additional to the my time. I forget what I was going to say. Oh, I know what I was saying. I'm losing my mind here. Summer clouds.
Summer brain.
Summer brain. Please keep in mind though, when you do the my time dining, I just lost my train of thought again, Zach. Oh my God. I was thinking about the booking the times. And I can't think of what I was gonna say. Hold on.
If you show up at dinner, it's gonna be be hard. You're gonna have a wait.
Thank you. Oh my God. Yes. If you do not have a reservation booked and you show up, you are going to see a line and you're going to have to wait. Now, you're going to have to wait an hour? No, you're going to have to wait. So keep that in mind. If you do have a reservation, you can walk right on in and go right to your table.
Yeah. And do know that if you have a large party and you walk up, you can have a longer wait.
Yes.
But it is best to, like, if you don't make your dining reservation for the entire week, let's say that day one, you get a little bit later, you want to move it up earlier. You can do that back at the front desk on your way out of dining for the next day.
Yes.
Okay. Now it is based on availability kind of thing, just like always, but keep that in mind. My time dining, a little bit more flexibility, a little bit more thought to it sometimes if you choose to rotate your dining as well.
And I'm going to comment one more thing too. Two more things actually that come to mind. If you've made set reservations for the whole week, and let's say you realize you wanted to do something else the next day, or you realize you changed your excursion, just be courteous to let them know that, hey, we're not going to be dining here at 7:00. Just let them know. They really are accommodating, and then they can utilize it for someone else. Yeah. And the other thing too is if you've got teenagers who want to spend so much time with you, like I do, maybe there's a night where they don't. I know we like to give our kids a little bit of a break, especially if we were together all day for an excursion. They might just have had enough of my husband and I, and that's okay. Feeling can be mutual. So it's okay if you show up and two of your, your whole party's not there. If you have like, a small family, don't do it if you have like a party of 20, but, just it's okay to be like, hey, when you're there, our kids decided to dine elsewhere, and that's fine. It's not going to be a problem.
Yeah. Very good. Dining, I think we defined that one now. Yeah. So let's post our next question here.
I know midship is the best if I'm worried about motion sickness. But if I don't want to pay the premium cost of being midship, is it better to be in the front of the ship or the aft of the ship for motion sickness?
Great question.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So what we have seen and what research has said is that it is next best to be in the aft of the ship. I know just from the views of those aft balconies that I definitely love the aft of the ship because it's fun. Nice. So for those that don't remember or haven't gotten your ship lingo down yet, the aft is the back of the ship. Okay. So if we're looking at the middle, we're going to say anything from kind of 2/3 of the way back to the backmost point of the ship.
Yeah, I just say it's better. Now if there's a big storm, not that you're going to get a big storm, you never know, but they do say the aft is better if you are experiencing motion sickness, and midship is going to be more money because it is a more desirable place to be because you're right in the center of everything, but you're not going to be walking miles. And the other thing I wanted to mention with the motion sickness is always, if you are prone to motion sickness, prepare. Zach, you had a saying before. What was it?
Yeah. Always pre-treat. Pre-treat before. Yes. So take that Dramamine, put that scopolamine patch on, pre-treat rather than catch up and post-treat, because if you're trying to chase it down, it's going to take forever.
No, and people wear those wristbands, they wear patches. Talk to your doctor, and and I bring like chewable motion sickness tablets that are non-drowsy. So like I know one day we were a little and I just took one to be safe. It's just pre-treat, like Zach said. Yeah.
Don't stress yourself out with it because that will make you sick as well. But just know yourself. get some ginger ale, do your thing, pre-treat rather than chase it down.
Yep.
So speaking of motion sickness, talking to your doctor, we had a question: if I have a disability, can a cruise accommodate me? Cruises will accommodate you. Royal Caribbean has a fact sheet before you get on there. If you work with one of us amazing agents here at Straightaway Travel, we'll walk you through step by step, but they can accommodate pretty much everything. They have accommodated staterooms, so a little bit larger, wheelchair accessible bathrooms and tubs. There are things that we can fill out before you get there. So for example, a lot of people have sleep apnea with the CPAPs, and they can provide distilled water as well as an extension cord. If you have any refrigerated medical needs, they can provide a medical refrigerator. If you have anything that requires a shot, they can provide a sharps container. So there's a list of things that you can imagine. Any accommodation, they can generally find a way to accommodate. So
and
absolutely.
Even when you arrive, like we experienced this too, like when we were with my parents, and right away my dad had a cane, and we dropped him off at the port where we went to go park the car. They were kind of waiting in the area, and then right away they came up with a wheelchair. They're going to ease you through the port, the cruise check-in, and your whole family gets to go with you. So it's very, very accommodating, and it's just it's and there's lots of space on the ship too for the wheelchair and everything. So it just don't be discouraged for sailing if you have these concerns, because they are addressed and to make everybody happy and comfortable.
Absolutely. Got some more here.
I'm Tenley. Here are some questions we have about Royal Caribbean. Is Starbucks included?
Is it easy to make friends?
And what do you have to do to get on the flow rider?
Those are the kids of Straightaway Travel. My beautiful daughter included, and of course Barb Straight's beautiful daughter included. And yes,
absolutely.
We're all working together. We're like, let's go. You got it, Girls Have Cruise. Let's ask some questions.
Yes, absolutely. So let's start with the first one. Is Starbucks included? Okay.
Yes,
this is a big question. Okay, and this is an important one. Starbucks. If it is a Starbucks kiosk, okay, on those Oasis class ships on the back of that promenade, they've got the Starbucks name. No. Okay. Starbucks itself, not included. Starbucks coffee served, yes. Okay. So on most of the other ships, for example, they have a cafe that serves and makes specialty coffees that they use and utilize Starbucks coffee. Those are included.
Yes.
Okay. Starbucks kiosk itself, not included. Okay. You cannot use Starbucks gift cards on there as well. It is for when you are craving that Frappuccino double ups, pump, comb, cream comb, all the pumpkin spice you can take. Yeah, exactly.
All the Starbucks. Yes.
That's when you're craving that.
Included.
Yes. Yes.
Not included.
Yes.
All right. So now that we have
questions.
that one, but you can get it on the ship, you know what I mean? But now that we missed that one. Okay, second question.
Can you make friends?
Can you make friends? Yes. My kids love cruising for that reason. They have independence. They're away from mom and dad for a little bit, and they make friends, and they roam that ship, and they think that they are famous as can be and hot to tooties, let me tell you.
Yes.
So the cruises will do teen meet, especially for the teenagers, team meet and greets, which is fantastic because it's usually on the first night and all the teeny boppers go there and they make friends and they hang out the whole time. I've had my kids keep in touch with the friends that they made from their sailings. We found out that people live close by, and it's just been really nice. You have smaller kids, no worries. And the kids clubs, the same kids go there, they make friends. They might see somebody at the pool and be like, hey, there's Tommy. You know what I mean? So it's very easy, very safe, very comfortable. So don't be discouraged if you're not traveling with other members for entertainment for your kids. If they are outgoing enough and they're comfortable going into those kids clubs, they will meet friends for sure.
I know. I'm 33 and I make lots of friends on a cruise too.
Times have we socialized on that? I know Mike and I too. We socialize and we make so many new people. And it's great.
Yeah.
And of course, Zach, we have to
the last question. We know about this one. The Flow Rider. How do we do it, and is it free? So yes, it is free. It is included. It is a great activity to do, and you could try all the things in it. But you do have to fill out a waiver first. Okay, so as we said, as well as visiting the dining right away, if you're on the back of that ship, go fill out that waiver the first day. Knock it out. That way you don't have to think about the entire ship. It takes a few minutes. I'm not saying like an hour, but it takes a minute. You got to watch a couple of videos about safety and how-tos and can you do this? And sometimes you have to prove like touching your toes and flexibility because you do have to have some mobility things. But do that right away. Get it knocked out. Enjoy the ship the rest of the way. We love the Flow Rider.
And they'll give you a band, so you're gonna have to wear that for the week. If you lose, you have to go back and do so. Just and just for children, is it 16 and under? They have to have a parent. Is it 16? I think it's 16. Yeah. So if you're 16, if you're under 16, you have to have an adult there to watch you. If you're over, you can go check the times out in the apps. They have they're operating all different times. Pro tip is if you don't get off at a port, the Flow Rider has the least amount of lines. So utilize it. I know my daughter went on and off that thing 20 million times when we were in Nassau. We didn't get off. And I know, Zach, you've utilized it in the evening, haven't you? Where there's in the evening a lot.
So I was just about to say, something cool I learned is on the Allure, on the Mediterranean sailings, we had long port days. And like you said, Alaska. So a lot of those times they did the Abyss at night, or they call it Abyss Under the Stars, rock climbing under the stars, and flow riding under the stars. So make sure you keep up on that app because it could be open any time of the day, depending on that port day.
And that water's warm. It's warm on the floor. It's very warm. When you get out, you're going to be cold if it's a chillier day. Other than that, it's warm. Breezy. It's a little breezy, but it's warm. It's warm. That water's warm, and I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. So while we're on the topic of fun things on the ship, we got another one here.
What ships have ice skating rinks?
Oh, he said,
what ships have ice skating rinks? Yep, there's another one of our Straightaway Travel kiddos. So which ships have ice skating rinks? There are 3 classes of ships that have ice skating rinks. We know, 4. I keep forgetting about the new one. I don't know why I keep leaving that one out. I keep lumping it in. Starting with some of the more established ones are the Voyager class, the Freedom class, the Oasis class, and now our new Icon class. Yes. All of those have ice skating rinks on board for you to enjoy, to see, and to look for free skate. Speaking of, if you look in that app and you see a free skate, it means during the day the ice rink is open for guests to come enjoy and to skate. Something you do have to keep in mind, you do have to have or wear long pants when you free skate.
And
don't want those blades.
Ice skates too, use socks. And the skates are free for rent, but definitely make sure you have that. And it's chilly in there, so you're not going to want to, it is cooler, so keep that in mind. But all included.
Good place to visit and see a show on a Caribbean sailing when it's warm outside, cool in there.
Yes. Next one.
While we talk,
reserve a spot for shows in advance? If so, when do you do that? The common question. Man, why do I do it? It's all booked up. No, it's not all booked up. Okay, so Royal Caribbean just changed their policy on this. And the standard rule is that reservations for shows become available the first of the month prior to your sailing. So if you're sailing in November 15th, your reservation day will open up October 1st of the first of the month prior to your sailing. Now, could it happen sooner? It can. And so it's very frustrating. I know Zach and I have struggled with this. It's just, we tell you one thing and then sometimes the rules change. So just constantly monitor your app. Do it before bed. Do it when you're in car line. Do it when you're in a commercial on a TV show. Check that app when you can because it might open up sooner. It's technically not supposed to, but it can. And just reserve it. Yeah. But Zach, what happens if it says it's all full? Should we be upset?
No, do not freak out, okay? The pre-bookings, the pre-reservations are just an allotted sum. So let's say 50%, okay? The other 50%, when you get on that ship, when you connect to the ship Wi-Fi, more reservations open up, okay? Yes. So you can do that instantly on the phone, on the app. They do have a desk you can visit as well if you need help making the reservations. You want someone to help you kind of work out and think out the plan. Because on those Oasis class, you could have 5 or 6 reservation nights. And so don't freak out. If they're booked up in the app, do that thing first thing. So when you get on ship, so far we got a bunch of things for you to do. Visit dining if you're doing My Time or you want to look at that. Make those reservations if you have not done so yet. And if you're looking to do any kind of fun activity, sign those waivers right away. So as
Yeah.
well as also doing your, make sure you're not the one they're calling for on your muster station drill. Make sure you get that done as well.
Yes, you need to make sure you do that as well.
Yes.
And we always provide you with all the things to do right when you get on the ship. But don't stress
Absolutely.
about the shows. And worst case, if you don't have a reservation, they're standby. Yes, you're
Yeah.
going to have to wait in the line, but they take everybody in.
Yes.
They really
Yeah.
do. So
Yeah.
don't get yourself nervous. I remember I say this all the time on my holiday sailing. I didn't have any aqua shows booked, and I saw all of them every night because I loved them, and I went in. So it's
absolutely.
not a problem. And I did what you did, said, Zach, when we were on the ship last time. We were on super early, the earliest I've ever been. I got on like 10:30. I was so proud of myself. We were on it, and the app didn't open up to I was online to book the aqua show because I know my parents wanted to see everything.
Yeah.
And I went on the app. It didn't open up until 11:30, but I was online, and all of a sudden, the aqua show became available before I even made it to the cast member.
Yeah.
And I booked my shows while online, and I got them all. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I hope this answers you guys' questions. Thank you for shouting out questions. We love answering your questions. Shout out more questions if you got them. We'll comment in here. We'll make another video. We'll come on live. We'll answer whatever you guys need. So
and don't forget,
thank you for joining.
Yes, and don't forget to follow along, subscribe to our YouTube channel, spread the love, share it with your friends and family, and we can't wait to get you on a Royal Caribbean ship. Always make sure you reach out to us first.
Yes, absolutely. We are two brain cells working as one, but we thrive off of you guys joining us and chiming in. So, Mindy, I think that's another straightaway Royal Chat.
Yes. Until next time, my friend. See you on the high seas, right?
Yes. Bon voyage.
Bye.